Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that is breaking news coming to us from the Greektown Casino Hotel, where there has been a major police presence because of something found behind an ice machine. We'll start there today on Local 4 News at 5. Police making the discovery, a bag, a weapon, and a list after someone pulled a fire alarm inside the hotel. 2
people are in custody. Larry Spruill is live near Greektown Casino Hotel, where Chief Craig, I understand, just spoke about this situation. Larry.
Yes, Kimberly and Devin, police Craig just spoke about this situation here at the Greektown Casino Hotel. A lot of information, so I do want to take my time and break it down for you. Now, everything happened around 11 o'clock last night when they say 3 men checked into this hotel, and then around between 6 and 7 o'clock this morning, a fire alarm went off. So as you can imagine, a lot of people were trying to figure out what happened. Now, Chief Craig says that's when multiple agencies responded here to the hotel. We're talking about DPD, FBI, MSP, a lot of different agencies responded to the hotel to respond to the fire alarm. Now, we are told that on the 28th floor, that's when they found an AK-47, a Bible, an ammunition, and a list of target cities. Now, I do want to reiterate, Detroit is not on that list. But what is interesting in all of this is that some cities on that list already had mass shootings in the past. Now, during that fire alarm, as they were searching the hotel and the lobby, they found a bag of some sorts that was sitting inside the lobby. Chief Craig did talk about that situation. Take a listen.
We were also told early on in this incident that one of the suspects sat in the lobby and kind of watched and observed what was going on. So we didn't know if the alarm was set as a test and that something was going to happen later on. As we went through this investigation, we quickly determined that the alarm had nothing to do with the bag. But what we don't know is why the bag was placed there and the manner it was placed, because initially the suspect had possession of the bag down in the lobby and then went back to the room, exited the room, placed the bag in what he may have thought was a very private location.
And so there's still a lot of questions to be asked. So 2 suspects or 2 men were arrested here inside the hotel. That third man they are still looking for to ask him further questions. They're not sure what his role was in all of this. So that's why they are still looking for that third man. But to give you a recap, 3 men checked inside this hotel 11 o'clock last night. Between 6 and 7 o'clock this morning, a fire alarm went off. Police are still trying to figure out what that fire alarm was all about. That's when they were able to search the hotel on the 28th floor. They found a Bible, a gun, ammunition, and a list full of target cities. Once again, Detroit is not on that list. They are still looking for that third suspect. We are live in downtown tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Yeah, all right, Larry, such a strange set of circumstances here. We will update that story for you over these next 90 minutes of news.
Yeah. A grim discovery today in Flint.
Yeah, 3 people found shot to death inside a home after someone went to check on a friend. Coco McAvoy live in Flint with what we know about all this so far. Coco?
Yes, good afternoon. There's still an active scene here on East Rankin Street in Flint. Police have been out here for hours collecting evidence and trying to get to the bottom of who shot and killed 3 people and why. It's the first homicide case of the year for the city of Flint, and there are 3 people who were killed all at once.
They found 2 deceased males and 1 deceased female from apparent gunshot wounds.
At around 12:30 this afternoon,
A phone call came into Central Dispatch for 3 bodies being found inside this house.
Special First Lieutenant David Kaiser says a person came to the house to check on their friend and discovered the bodies.
The Flint and Michigan State Police Major Crimes Unit have talked to neighbors and are asking anybody that may have seen something to give them a phone call.
Officers have the area blocked off to collect evidence and are searching inside of the home for clues that could lead them to whoever did this. Right now, MSP is not identifying the victims, only saying they are between the ages of 20 and 30 years old. It's still the beginning of the investigation, and there's a long way to go.
Once we get the identification of the 3 victims, we'll be able to put this case a little bit more together.
And again, police do need help tracking down a suspect. If anyone has any information or knows anything about what happened, you're asked to call police. Reporting live this afternoon, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4. Back to you.
Coming there as soon as possible as well. All right, Coco.
A driver dies after crashing into the St. Clair River in Marysville. It happened this morning near Cuttle and River Road. Police say the car drove right through a thin fence and into the water. Ice near the shore delayed the rescue efforts.
We've learned accidental hypothermia was the cause of death for a Trenton woman who was missing for 2 weeks before her remains were found at a landfill. The body of 86-year-old Irene Ken was found Sunday in a secluded area of the Riverview Land Preserve in Brownstown Township. Officers found the body after responding to a car fire. The vehicle belonged to Ken. 2 juveniles questioned about the car fire were questioned but then released. An autopsy has concluded that Ken did indeed die from hypothermia. Now to the coronavirus outbreak. Worldwide cases have exceeded 73,000, but increasing by only 2,000 overnight. So that would perhaps suggest what might be a slowdown in the spread.
Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with the latest developments around the world, including an update on the Michigan family we've been talking about, who's caught up in all of this.
Yeah, we're talking about the Muth family, actually. They've been stuck in Cambodia, where their cruise ship docked after it was rejected from multiple ports. We heard from Steve Muth this afternoon. He said they were on a plane finally heading home, and they expect to be back in Michigan by tomorrow night. They were tested for the coronavirus before leaving. Now, here in Michigan, there are no new persons under investigation. 5 previously have been tested, and they were negative. There are, however, 308 individuals being monitored by health departments in the state, mainly as a result of recent travel. Now, the state is still waiting for new test kits to arrive after the previous ones were found to be invalid. Right now, any samples would still need to go to the CDC for testing. So while so much attention has been focused on COVID-19, there are public health officials in the U.S. that still want everyone to remember it's still flu season.
Flu season has hit a dangerous peak, now widespread in almost every state.
We're actually on the upswing for influenza in the United States.
The CDC estimates there have been 26 to 36 million cases of influenza this season so far. That's a sharp contrast to the number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the country at just over 2 dozen. Those numbers are critical. If you become infected by COVID-19, your chances of dying are much higher, more than 20 times higher by some estimates than your chances of dying from the flu. However, your chances of getting the flu, because it's so widespread, are astronomically higher than your chances of getting coronavirus. And so are your chances of dying from the flu compared to coronavirus.
Flu can strike anyone. It's more likely to be serious in certain groups, but even people who are young and healthy can acquire and die of influenza.
The CDC says at least 14,000 people have died so far this season from the flu, 92 of them children.
Now, I can't emphasize enough, hygiene measures like hand washing reduce the risk of both viruses, but we have a vaccine for the flu, which can help protect you. And it is expected that the numbers of both influenza and ultimately coronavirus cases will continue to rise in the U.S.
Yeah. And you would say still not too late to get a flu shot, right?
No, I would actually go ahead. It's still widespread.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Doc. The city of Detroit coming down hard on the owner of the Penobscot building. This after a Help Me Hank investigation exposed serious safety hazards inside the once stately skyscraper. Holes, debris, and mold inside caused concern. Hank called the city to expose the problem, and now action is being taken. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is live. And Hank, the city is hoping things improve quickly here.
Absolutely, Kimberly. I'll tell you what, that inspector and city leaders, they were stunned by what we captured on tape inside this once iconic building. Holes, as you mentioned, what look like mold, debris everywhere. There are parts of the building that look like a dump, and action needs to be taken right away. Help Me Hank cameras took you inside Detroit's famed Penobscot building, revealing a huge mess and apparent dangers on some floors of the building. What we captured so concerning, the city sent an inspector immediately, and now we know what action is being taken. We received this statement from the city a short time ago regarding our investigation and follow-up inspection. The city saying, we have been in discussions with the owner of the Penobscot building to develop a consent agreement that would include a work plan and timeline for addressing the violations we have found. Yesterday, we issued a number of tickets totaling $3,300 for issues such as not having a certificate of compliance and unsafe or unsanitary conditions. What we found inside a few weeks ago was truly shocking. Mold, holes, debris everywhere.
What's really sad is this building is an architectural gem in Detroit, and to see it in this condition, come here, it really just mind-boggling.
This once gem of a building purchased in 2012 by Toronto-based Triple Property Incorporated, the company that purchased the Silver Dome and let it fall into disrepair. Last year, I exposed how broken elevators had created a huge nuisance for those working inside. Elevator inspectors working to make sure things were running again smoothly, but the problem's still continuing today.
Back out here live, management and ownership has been quiet until now. In fact, now being quoted as saying that they plan to work with city leaders because they would like to resolve the issues inside this building. We're live here tonight downtown. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank.
Let's hope that's the case. Okay, thanks, Hank.
Neighbors on edge in one local suburb.
It's all because of a series of home break-ins along one main road. We'll tell you where and how the bad guys are getting in. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Kim, finally seeing some sunshine out there. Temperatures above freezing now, not so much tonight when it's going to feel like single digits. But most of this forecast is good news. We'll check it out for you next.
They were living their dream, and then suddenly it came apart.
So I answer the phone and I'm like, hey, are you coming home early? And he goes, no, I don't feel well.
Beth McLeod sits down with Bernie to talk about losing her husband Fred to a heart attack at a time when he seemed perfectly healthy.
A brand new proposal could mean those at home on the Detroit Water and Sewerage District could get some huge financial help. What the threshold change means on who and who is not eligible.
And we want to update you on the breaking news that we first told you about at the beginning of the newscast. We're following a large police presence at Greektown Casino. Police say a bag with an assault rifle, ammunition, and a list of cities was found inside the hotel. Detroit police arrested 2 men. They're searching for 1 more. Right now, the casino is open. Police are investigating. We'll be updating this story on air and online at clickondetroit.com.